Bless you. Oh my goodness. You ate all your snackums already, didn't you? Well, you still get the marrow bone. My goodness. We just got back from our afternoon walk, and I gave him some livers and some food and a marrow bone and a meat stick. He already had the greenie. And he's already ate almost all of it. Are you gonna get grumpy with your marrow bone? Are you getting mad at the marrow bone? Good boy. He's your beautiful puggy. I love you. So like I say, we just got back from our walk, and I discovered that my dad is not here. So, before he gets back, we're gonna do this little thing that I was gonna put out for tomorrow, but I gave it some thought, and I'm gonna actually put it out tonight for you guys because I want to get the Commander Core Creator Challenge video out tomorrow if I get a chance. And because the poll came back very interesting. It was quite split. I can't remember if there was 5 or 6 votes. But basically, it was really close split between the two options of a pack battle or a stream with just some random pack openings. So, since it was so close, I decided I'll give you guys both. Because I love you all. So, round 3 of New Set versus Old Set. That's right, I'm spoiling you guys a day early with New Set versus Old Set. I'm going to try and do this a little bit quicker than I normally would, just because I have no idea where my dad went, and I have no idea when he'll be back. At some point, you might hear me stop talking too much during the video. If that's the case, you know why. And, yeah, I'm not opening the curtain for the same reason, unfortunately. So the lighting's going to be a little bit off for this, but I apologize in advance for that, but it is what it is. With that said, last round, I personally thought it felt like a tie to me, but after consulting with Snoop generously, I'm still not sure if I said that right. Generously? I'm going with generously. Generously conceded that Avatar won the second round. So we are actually tied 1-1 heading into round 3. Go have some water? Yeah? Okay. And therefore we will start with the Avatar pack and then move over to the Zendikar Rising. I am hoping to pull the Avatar still is my goal. And speaking of Avatar packs, I did want to just briefly mention that, not that they'll ever see this, but I wanted to say thank you to my aunts, because my aunts gave me a very nice gift card for Christmas. Normally they give me a gift card to a local grocery store or something, but I guess this year they didn't want to try and figure out who needed what cards from where, so they decided to just give everybody a generic card to Walmart. And while, yes, I am in the same boat as Lily, the senior pug's mom, where I'm like, boo Walmart the majority of the time. When you have a giant gift card for Walmart, you're going to go use it. I needed some underwear, so we got some of that. And we got a few groceries there. And we also got a few packs of Avatar. Ooh, boosters of Avatar. There's still lots of money on the gift card. I'm going to probably be able to pay for my groceries for the rest of the month off of that thing, which is amazing if I'm thrifty with what I buy. And I may have a little bit left over for some Ninja Turtle cards when that set comes out too, or some Lorwyn. I haven't decided which one I want to buy into yet, but that'll probably be the last stuff I ever buy, unless I get another gift card for my birthday, which I'm actually hoping to just get cash so I can give it to my dad. But we get what we get. We can't be upset with gifts, can we, Kaiba? No. Kaiba will be happy because I can get almost all of his treats there. The only one I can't get is the livers, so I'll get those still from the Dollarama, but everything else I can get from Walmart on that gift card too. So you won't have to worry about missing out on any other tweets for a little while. All your marrow bones and your twists and your stuff, they all are there. Yes. Oh, your meat sticks aren't there, but we only have to get those like once every month or two, so that's not so bad. Anyways, that's enough of an introduction. Kaiba's over here like, Daddy, what are you doing? Get on with it, Daddy. You're making the humans wait. You're right. I'm sorry. One last thing, super quick. The Commander Core Creator Challenge ends pretty much as of the posting of this video. But if you are still really interested in getting your deck in, I will extend it 2 extra hours to 6 p.m. tonight, my time. So that's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you submit your deck to the Discord server by then, I will still consider it for the video. I usually break down whatever deck I built and then whatever deck I think is the most interesting. Normally it's just Snoop and I are the only ones who participate, so it's normally Snoop's deck that I break down. But if you want a chance to have your deck featured on the channel, you've got 2 hours after this video gets posted. Okay, let's crack this, and then we will get into some other packs later on. If I'm lucky, my dad will pass out at some point tonight, and I will be able... Damn, still no avatar. Token, land, hollow, special card. 4 others. Still no avatar yet. Sad. But yeah, if my dad passes out at some point tonight, I will try and do a live stream from whatever time I notice that he's knocked out until midnight, cracking packs with you guys. If not, I will film a somewhat muted video, and I will post it probably tomorrow. Here we go. Swamp Snare Trap. 2 and a black. For this spell costs 1 less to cast. If it targets a creature with flying, enchanted creature gets -5, -3. Damn. Just a little closer. Nice and easy. Nothing to worry about. We're just fixing to eat ya. Do. Foggy Swamp Tri-Member. Now why would you tell him that? It'll quench ya. 1 and blue. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. Drink cactus juice. Nothing's quenchier. It's the quenchiest. That actually counts as a lesson. That's pretty solid. Jean-Jean's Deserters. We pulled this the other day. It's a really good card, though. 1 and a white for a 1/2, but it gets... As it enters, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. So you can put it on itself, or you can put it on something else you already have on board. It's pretty solid for what you're getting out of it. For the cost. Ooh, we got another Canyon Crawler. Nice. I can definitely put one of these in my Death Touch deck now and have still a couple left over for Avatar decks. Perfect. I do love him. Ooh, we got another Sabertooth Moose Lion, too. He's a pretty one. 4 and 2 green for a 7/7 with reach and 4 cycling 2. Counts as an elk and a cat, so there's a solid chance this might end up in my cat deck, to be honest. Rough Rhino Cavalry. We've pulled that a couple times, too. 4 and a red for a 5/5. Firebending 2, which is pretty solid. The Exhaust 8 is kind of annoying. You get to put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and it only gains trample until end of turn. If it was a little bit cheaper, or if you actually got like a trample counter, that would be pretty solid. But, Kyoshi Battlefan. I'm not sure if I pulled that yet. 2, when this thing enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token, then attach this thing to it. Equip creature gets +1/+0. Equip 2. I can't remember if I pulled that yet or not. So far, my favorite card, I think, is actually the Canyon Crawler and the It'll Quench Ya. I think those are the best ones so far, which means this is not going well for me as a pack battle pack. North Pole Patrol. 2 and a blue for a 2/3. Tap to untap another target permanent you control. Okay, that's not bad. Waterbend 3. Tap target creature and opponent controls. The second half I'm probably not going to use, but that first half is pretty decent, actually. That's the first time I pulled this one. Waterbenders patrol the coast each day for good fishing spots and bad weather omens. I'm going to count that as a potential. I haven't actually been going good and bad yet. If I was doing good and bad, it would be like this. That's a weird enchantment, but I do kind of like it, so I'd put that up there. And then these are all kind of mid. But that so far is the only one that I might actually count as competitive. Cat Gator, 6 and a black for 3/2 with lifelink. Okay, it's called a Cat Gator, but it's a fish crocodile. Interesting. When this thing enters, it deals damage equal to the number of swamps you control to any target. Damn, that's pretty solid. People don't go fishing for cat gators go fishing for people. I think that might be worth considering too. In a mono black deck, that's going to hit hard. And it gives you lifelink. It's expensive, but... Earth Kingdom Protectors. 1 white for a 1/1 with Vigilance. Sacrifice this thing, another target ally you control gains indestructible. That's decent. But it only works really well in an ally deck. Otherwise, you're just getting a 1/1 with Vigilance, which isn't bad. I'm not saying that's terrible. I'm just saying that the second half of it's useless unless you're playing more allies. Rock-a-Launch. 2 and a green. Earthbend X, where X is the number of forests you control. Ooh, I like this. That is definitely a hit. Okay, I'm knocking down... Okay, well, that's definitely worth more, in my opinion, than actually this. I think I'm going to put that one down. I like this Gator thing. I think this is really good in a mono black deck. I think this is a sick card. Ooh, our ally is the Northern Water Tribe Fighters. I think that's Sokka's dad. And we got a clue token on the other side. That's a sand... Oh, it's Iroh Sandal. Flip-flop. Same difference. Nice. That's a new one for me, so I'm pretty happy with the token. The land I've pulled before. Kyoshi Village isn't a terrible land. I just don't really care for these 4-tap discard ones. I really want to get some more of the full art ones. Ooh, Geyser Leaper. It's 4 and a blue for 4/3 with flying. Waterbend 4, draw a card, then discard a card. That is expensive to get that ability. Who's that supposed to be? I'm really not sure who that's supposed to be. With enough water pressure, a waterbender can briefly experience the world as an airbender. I'm really not sure who that's supposed to be in the art. And our final hit of the pack, which that definitely I'm not counting as a hit, is Avatar Destiny. 2 and 2 green, enchant creature you control. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each creature in your graveyard and is an avatar in addition to its other types. When an enchanted creature dies, mill cards equal to its power, then return this card to its owner's hand and up to 1 creature card milled this way to the battlefield under your control. That is neat. That is dangerous in the right deck, but that is neat. However, I think Zendikar is going to take this battle by far. That was a pretty sad pack. I'm hoping the packs I open later will be a little more spicy, because that was a little disappointing. Let's see if Zendikar can give us something good. I always forget if Zendikar has a pack trick or not. I spoiled the land for you. Okay, on the back we have a Hydro token, which is cool. I don't know if I have a lot of those, so having an extra one does not hurt. Our full art card is really cute too. I like that. What is that supposed to be anyways? Nahiri, Heir of the Ancients by David Raposa. Nice. I spoiled it, but we have a full art island, which is pretty cool. And then Dauntless Survivor. 1 and a green for a 1/1. Into the battlefield, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Basically, it's just the white ally guy that we got earlier over here. So I'm going to give it the same treatment. Grotog Bugcatcher. 1 and a red for a 1/2 with Trample. Goblin Warrior. Whenever this thing attacks, it gets +1/+0 for each creature in your party. I do not play party yet, but I'm getting the feeling I'm going to have to build a party deck at some point, because it's going to be kind of ridiculous if I don't. Tajuru Snarecaster. 2 and a green for an elf rogue with 1/4 and reach. I mean, reach is definitely decent. That's a little expensive to get him into play, but he's got a solid butt, so you know what? I'm going to still put him up here. He's not competitive, but he's definitely a better card than the ones we've pulled so far. Acquisition Expert, on the other hand. 1 and a black for a 1/2. When this thing enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals a number of cards from their hand equal to the number of creatures in your party. Bloody heck! These party cards. You choose one of those cards and that player discards it. Soaring Thought Thief. Ooh, this is a good one, if I remember correctly. Blue and black for a 1/3, flash flying. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, rogues you control get... Yes, I like this one a lot. I have one copy of this in my blue-black rogues deck, ironically. It came with it, but I've never pulled one of these myself. I really like this guy. And I'm eventually going to build another rogues deck of some kind, so this is definitely a solid hit. That is definitely a competitive card, for sure. Skyclave Plunder, 4 and a blue. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is 3 plus the number of creatures in your party. Blah, 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 etc., etc. We don't play party. Sajiri Shelter, 1 and a white. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn, and the other side is a land that taps for white. I think Snoop will kind of like this, but I know he prefers the pathway lands, which flip for both 2 different kinds of lands, but that one's still kind of neat, Snoop. Still, definitely, though, the winning card of the day, I think, is definitely the Soaring Thought Thief, though, by far. I think it beats everything that's on this board so far. Living Tempest, 4 and a blue for flash flying 3/3. Definitely not going to win it with that. Prowling Felidar, 3 and a white for 2/3. Vigilance, and whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on this guy. That's pretty decent. That is pretty decent for a landfall deck. Or, yeah, just a regular white deck even would probably benefit from that in general. It's not bad. It's definitely worth considering. I will put that up there with the Soaring Thought Thief. Ooh, we pulled a new legendary. 3 blue and black for a Merfolk Rogue, 4/4. Flash. Pay 2, a blue and a black. Return an unblocked attacking rogue you control to its owner's hand. Put this guy from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking instead. Well, that doesn't work so well if you want to use this as your commander. Whenever this thing deals combat damage to a player, you may put target permanent card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That is disturbingly awesome, though. I mean, even if I don't end up using that as a commander, I'm putting that into the 99 of my rogues deck for sure when I upgrade it. That is insanely good. And Practice Tactics. Choose target attacking or blocking creature. Practice Tactics deals damage to that creature equal to twice the number of creatures in your party. Blah, 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 blah. I'm definitely giving this to Snoop. These cards definitely trounced the snot out of anything I pulled in Avatar today. As much as I love Avatar as a set, I cannot deny that there's just no competition here today. It is definitely 2-1 for Zendikar Rising as of this filming, which means we have 4 rounds left to go, and I have 4 more chances to try and beat Snoop. Otherwise, he's never going to let me live this down, probably. Alright. Well, we managed to get through the video before he got back, which is awesome. So you guys didn't have to hear me not speak too loud. And now you guys can look at the cute sleeping pug. All tuckered out from his walk. Having snacked. And now slumbering. You're beautiful, Kaiba. All the humans think so. Oh, you got up to tell the humans you love them? You're a wonderful puppy. Much love to you all from Kaiba and I to you. Take care. And hopefully we'll get to see you guys tonight. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.